College. It's a wonderful privilege to have you. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions, if we may, pertaining specifically to our students. We notice that there's a huge change that's busy happening. Students are being bombarded with different messages. They're being exposed to different things, and they're facing different challenges. What is it that you're seeing is happening to our young people?
See, what we are seeing now is that our children, we talk of Gen Z, who are like our teenagers, and the Alpha generation, which is really our ones that are like the little ones of the primary schoolers. These are the children of what we call the I-Gen, which means they are facing a super sexualized culture. So you put this sexualized culture and then you bring the cyber world into it. It's sort of opening out this sexualization of them. And therefore, that generation are probably the most socially connected, advertised to, and sexualized generation that ever walked this planet. And as a result, they're probably the generation who are least likely to even stay on in church. So two main areas I'm seeing as I go around schools and youth groups. One of them is the effects of pornography. You see, porn today, the average age of porn exposure is 11 years, but I'm sure it's dropping because we are seeing kids as young as 8 years with porn on their brain, almost compulsive porn users. Almost every young teen boy would have been exposed to pornography. 1/3 and rising of porn users are girls. Sexualized, the behaviors are pornified. Boys are seeing girls as commodities. And this is a dangerous thing that's affecting our children. The second big issue is the whole gender fluidity. We live in a time when our children, through social media, television, every news item, they are hearing that they can just be anything they want to, that biology has nothing to do with identity. And identity sexually is whatever they make of it. This is the LGBTQIA lobby, where Instagram and Facebook have basically about 54, it's almost like going into an ice cream shop, where one moment you can be a peanut butter ice cream and the next moment you can be a vanilla, and the next half an hour later you can be a strawberry and vanilla and peanut butter put together. Everything is personal choice. And when you put these two things together, the cyber world driving pornography and the whole lobby driving transgender ideology, that's a dangerous mix our children are facing today.
That's a huge challenge for parents and teachers alike.
It is too.
Do you want to give us 2 or 3 things that are really helpful for as parents, things that we can do practically to walk our children through this time?
Well, the first thing is for parents to recognize that they are the primary sex educators of their children. As Christian parents, we recognize that we are ambassadors of Christ in our children's lives, and guiding them, especially in their sexuality and relationships, is a prime duty of parents. So that's the first thing. Parents need to be proactive rather than wait and be reactive when something happens. Because when you are proactive, you are the one who is planting the truth in their hearts. When they come to you, then you have to work on all the misinformation that has already been planted. So 1, be proactive. 2, speak clearly of the cosmic beauty of God's truth when it comes to sex and relationships. Don't allow the world that says follow your heart, do what you desire. Don't allow those messages to be the prime information your children get. And of course, that's without all the pornification. You as Christian parents, and I would say as Christian schools, have to be the ones who lay the true foundational information and attitudes and values based on Christ-focused Bible truths on sex, on gender, and on identity.
Patricia, you have 2 or 3 wonderful resources geared specifically for children. Tell us a little about those.
We wrote Teen Sex by the book first, and that's for teenagers like 15 plus. It's the kind of book you give your child and they kind of put it away, then when you've gone away they take it and read it. The one Growing Up by the book we wrote for 10 to 14-year-olds. It's made for interaction between parents and children. So you read it, the kids read it, and then you discuss it. The ones we use for primary schoolers, called Birds and Bees by the book, is written specifically for parents to read with the children. And I know many schools are using it in primary school because it's like a picture book that you can read with kids. And it comes with 3 starter books, Me and My Body, Me and My Brain, Me and My Family, and 3 extension books, Understanding Sex, Understanding Gender, and Understanding Porn. All of which, maybe sadly, we have to start talking to our kids in primary school about.
It's been an honor and a privilege having you at the college. Thank you for visiting again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.